Hello everyone, my name is Dima. I'm the designer of the book we introduced today. It's a chocolate on front cover and a chocolate base on the back cover. The book is A4 format, so you understand approximately. When opening the book, you feel a whiff of fresh air because the bright yellow and paper you see here. You actually fall in love with this book more than with any other book on your bookshelf, because end papers are usually printed with image or pattern, which just don't stick in our memory. It's just visual noise. You don't pay attention to it and just want to jump right into the content. And here it's like an emotion, feeling, kind of impulse. And it stays like an impulse every time when you open this book after taking it from your shelf. You are still amused and take a delight in it. This book is not about text, it's all about chocolates you can learn how to make from this book, and there are only a couple of text chapters in the whole book. They are the chapters on equipment and frequently asked questions, and that's all. This line was taken from Andrew's Instagram profile. I thought if he put it there, why not placing it here to start his book? All the chapters start with the black spread. We sort of dive into the content. The book is made in accordance with classical book publishing canons. This is how books were made about a couple of centuries ago. That's why you see here a lot of white space in this book. Most of information looks like this, lots of pictures and text blocks scattered all over the page and displayed in columns, so you read the most part of the book like this, column by column, just like in a magazine. It looks more like a magazine layout grid rather than a book one. When people make cookbooks, they save paper, or I don't know, maybe for some other reason, but they don't use a lot of photographs. I mean, a lot of steps are described by one small photograph. Our online courses were built on the idea that if we have a lot of steps, we have a lot of photographs too. We wanted to show as many details of the process as possible, so you could understand how something is made. So these 1,500 photographs we ended up with in the final selected materials were quite difficult to place in the book. We invented this tricky column layout with the help of which we could use large enough photos while not saving space on photographs, which means that all the photographs used in the online course were used in the book. We show every single detail of how to process it. So, for example, when we measure the temperature of black cocoa butter, we show this process with the help of two photos, not just one. You can see the temperature, you can see the cocoa butter and the container it's in, and so on. To cut the long story short, the process is shown in detail. You take this book, open it, read the recipe instructions from the beginning to the end, look through them, and that's it. You get a general idea of what's required from you. You bring the book in your studio or kitchen, put it on the table, open on the right page and follow the steps. The steps are shown through the series of these photographs, so if you forget something, you will be able to go back to any step. The steps are marked with the numbers in the margin. The book is sewn. When it's open, it remains open. The more you use it, the longer it will keep open, so nothing will happen with it. The book contains a little bit of our backstage, of our inner workings. We did it so that you could better understand what we feel and to see that we are real people. The block on feelings is very similar to the block on chocolate designs, but the main difference is that in this block there is a brief recipe and it's not necessary to follow a step-by-step guide. After that, the chapter on frequently asked questions goes. These are the questions we have been gathering over the time of Andrey's student work for more than a year, about a year and a half. They're mainly about how the course works. Here you will see all frequently and not so frequently asked questions you might have during work, starting from cocoa butter, coloring, tempering, some issues with the final products when cocoa butter doesn't stick to chocolates, for example, and then with super rare cases. It's very important experience, and the experience Andrey would share with you if you came to his masterclass. Probably someone, not you, would ask this question, but you would know the answer to. This blog contains very valuable information, since these questions were asked by a great number of people from all over the world with completely different backgrounds. It's really cool, interesting. It's even more interesting just to give it a read. This is the last page of our book. It's a short manifest of what we have created, the work we have done. It lies in the fact that we have made this project real with our team on our own, without placing a logo of a chocolate manufacturer or malt manufacturer or any equipment manufacturer, and we are extremely proud of it, since we don't have to force you to, or tell you a lie that you need to use something. You are completely free, and we were completely free when we created this book. We created art, Andrey created chocolates, our team created the content around these chocolates, I created the layout, the design of this book, most importantly, this whole experience around reading it. It's so rad that this book has materialized and has seen the light of day as it's now. In short, thanks to all our students for your support and for making this book possible. All you who will buy this book should know that you will help us create something else, something no less beautiful and probably even much more beautiful. And though we don't know what it will be, but thank you in advance. Thank you for all kind words you write. Thank you for your love for this book, or at least for how it's made. It's very sweet of you, since beside a beautiful book there are a lot of hearts and souls in this book. Mine as a designer, Andrey's as the author of everything going on right here, and our small team who put their hearts and souls into the text, translations, photos, into everything. Post your stories, tag our account, put the hashtag Pralinarium book. Don't be shy, don't think it's inappropriate. To be honest, it's huge, it's really huge support for us, for everyone. It's huge, and I want to say a huge thank you to all of you who does it. We see it, we appreciate it and love it. Thank you and goodbye.